Today's NFL Mailbag is presented by the Newsbreak app. Chat Sports, now a part of it. Go download it using our link, chatsports.com/Newsbreak. We'll put that link for you guys in the comment section and in the description. It's chatsports.com/Newsbreak. First question is a super chat from Emil Pedersen. Better top 3 receivers in 2021 or the 2020 NFL Draft? So you had Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, and CeeDee Lamb versus Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Waddle. I think I'm going to go with 2021, and then Emil Pedersen also threw in Dogecoin, which is to the moon, apparently. So I'm going 2021 on that one. From Burnin' Spades, shout out y'all, and shout out Thomas Mott for the Falcons channel video earlier. You're welcome, Burnin' Spades. Thoughts on, I assume, the Eric Fisher signing with the Colts? I mean, it fills a huge need. They needed a left tackle significantly. I am surprised that the Colts gave him so much money coming off of the torn Achilles, but hopefully he plays well and they have a good left tackle for at least the short term. From Mark Soder, just curious, other than Chris Jones, the punter, who are your top 5 GOATs out of the NFL? Great question. I would have said Tebow, but he's back. I think you have to include some good, bad players. Who's the Bills got to quit in the middle of the game? That wasn't Cromartie. Vontae Davis, definitely up there. I think you can throw Kaepernick in there. Oh, God, trying to just pick... I was going to say Chad, but he's actually still in the NFL somehow. Gus Frerotte from when he headbutted and gave himself a concussion. What you got there, Jeremy? Yeah, Janikowski, sure, we can throw in a kicker there. Ooh, Roberto Aguayo. There we go. That's good in there. So, Mark, I appreciate that super chat. From Raven, are the Chiefs all good on the offensive line or are more moves coming? I think they're pretty much done. I mean, they made quite a few significant moves this offseason. Lucas Niang, Mike Remmer is going to compete at right tackle. I think Orlando Brown is your starter at left tackle, obviously. Between Joe Thuney at left guard and then, Trace Smith competing, Kyle Long, LDT at right guard, Austin Blythe, Humphrey at center. I can't see he's in great shape on the offensive line. I think they are good to go at that spot. Joey Draetta, can I have a Cowboys offseason schedule such as mini camps, OTAs, important stuff like that? Joey, we did do a video on that. I think it was Thursday. We ran through that timeline, so check that out on our Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel. From Elias Vasquez, will Atlanta go get a free agent corner? It's a good question. When I look at what the Falcons have right now, and in their cornerback room, I see, for one starter, it's going to be A.J. Terrell. Then I see Isaiah Oliver, Kendall Sheffield, Fabian Moreau, 4th-round rookie Darren Hall. I don't trust that group. So if I'm Atlanta, I'm calling Richard Sherman. I'm calling someone else. I'm going, hey, guys want to come play? Well, you can start in Atlanta. So Elias, yes, I think Atlanta should go get one. Now, speaking of free agents, who do you believe is the best NFL free agent left out there right now? This question is the pinned comment on today's video. So get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down, and get your votes in. From the Three Musketeers, in my opinion, Parsons was the best pure defensive talent in the draft, but I wanted Surtain or Horn because of the position and need. But even though as a pass rusher, I love the pick. What about you, Tom? I mean, my friend, go check out our Cowboys draft coverage. We broke down a lot of Mike Parsons' pick. I did not have him as my best defensive player. In fact, I had Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah higher at the linebacker spot. From Mark Mulo, a super chat. Hey, Tom, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you again for asking. How would you grade the Vikings 2021 draft picks? Another great show, Chat Sports. Thank you, Mark. I liked it. I thought that it was a good draft. I thought it started really great. Honestly, it kind of got away from them in the end. Like I don't think it was the best day 3 they've had, but hopefully they keep some guys out of trouble in the end. So I give it I think I give it a B or a B plus. I like what they've done in recent years. Good draft by Minnesota. I'm going to give a shout out to Raider Luco. However, my friend, I'm not Ron Burgundy. I'm not just going to read it out loud. Good effort, though. From Doom, think Le'Veon Bell would ever go to Seattle? Another super chat. Thank you, my friend. I think Lev Bell's going to go anywhere he can play. I look at what they have on their depth chart right now with Chris Carson and Rashad Penny and DJ Dallas and Travis Homer and Alex Collins and 300 guys, and I go, they don't need a running back. So if Seattle wants to add somebody, sure, go explore Lev Bell. He can be a third down back for you. And yes, I think Lev Bell would be like, I'll play wherever, because at this point, his career is very much on the back end. From Bobby Ray, thoughts on Tim Tebow? It's weird, but in his defense, he has played a pro sport in the past 8 years. That's true, but also it was the wrong pro sport. So because of that, I don't get it, man. He's 33 years old. He's changing positions, and he has played in the NFL in 9 years. Why are we bothering with him? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it's a good path to go if you're Jacksonville in the end. From Allen, would you rather have Stephon Diggs and Julio Jones or DK Metcalf and DeAndre Hopkins? First answer, yes. Second answer, I think I'll go with DK and DeAndre Hopkins. I got two just awesome guys on the outside who I can run four verts all day long. Like, everyone's got to play cover two against me because my outside guys are too great in contested catch and too great on the outside. So I would lean towards Metcalf and Hopkins, but again, there's really no wrong answer. Chat Sports is now available on the News Break app. Download it today at chatsports.com/newsbreak. Link right there, bottom of your screen. It's not just Chat Sports videos, mind you. There's tons of local news and weather and political updates as well, because if you're like me, you don't have the paper delivered to you anymore because it's 2021. Who reads the paper? Nobody. It's all done on your phone instead. So if you haven't already, use our link to download the app. That way you'll be in the know with what's going on in your community. Fantastic local updates, the news you need to know, all available on your mobile device. Whether you're in Dallas, whether you're in Vegas, or wherever, they got you covered. So download the app today at chatsports.com/newsbreak. It's right there at the bottom of your screen, and we'll put it in both the comment section and in the description. From Rashard Lee, should the Cowboys trade a cornerback or trade for a cornerback like Lattimore or Gilmore? They spent 2 top 100 picks. So in the end, I don't think the Cowboys are going to pursue a veteran corner because getting those guys out there is pretty tricky to actually pull off. From Scion, good undrafted free agents left. Well, as if you aren't subscribed, you missed out on, but the day after the draft, we broke down the top 20 guys that were left on my board. They've all signed. The undrafted free agent market, it's like that. I mean, those guys are signing in round 7. They're getting deals done very, very quickly. And I think because of that, like, the reality is there aren't any good undrafted free agents out there left. From Gary, is Noah Brown in a battle for a roster spot, and who else is battling for a roster spot in Dallas? Again, go check out our Cowboys channel. We will have a full in-depth roster battle breakdown video. From Chase Myers, what prospect for the NFL draft next year are you most looking forward to seeing in the college football season? So I'm going to go quarterback because, well, it's a quarterback. The guy that I'm most intrigued by is Sam Howell out of North Carolina because I think there's some talent there, but he is going to lose his top 2 receivers and his top 2 backs. If he plays great again with that much talent loss, he might be the number 1 overall pick in 2021. From Robert Bruce, hey Tom, hey Jeremy, what'd you think about the Patriots draft and would you grade them, please? Oh, Jeremy brought this up because you put his name in there. Good job there, Robert. I actually liked this Patriots draft, something I've not done all that often in recent years. I think I gave them like a B- or maybe actually it might have been like a B or a B+. Either way, Robert, check out the channel. We did a full lengthy NFL draft grades video. Patriots, of course, were included in that one. From Jax Da Rippa, you think Sam Darnold will have a breakout season this year? I want to say yes. I want to believe in the talented young quarterback who was the number 3 overall pick, blah, blah, blah. Carolina is a better spot for him than New York ever was. But if we're basing it off what he's done in his NFL career, Sam Darnold has never been good. So I'm going to bet that he does not, but I hope that he does for Carolina's sake. From Matthew Collins, why hasn't KJ Wright re-signed yet? It's a great question. I think in the end it comes down to money. That's where I think we're at. I think that Wright is looking for a bigger opportunity, both money and playing time-wise, than what Seattle's offered him so far. If KJ Wright comes back to Seattle, there is a very real possibility that he's the number 3 linebacker. Bobby Wagner's, of course, the number 1 guy there. Jordan Brooks is probably going to be the number 2, at least in the long term, so they want to give him more opportunities. So if the price and roll is right, I think KJ Wright returns to Seattle. Given the lack of interest so far in the open market, I think that is a possibility. Get your votes in for me. Should Seattle re-sign KJ Wright? Type Y for yes, they should, or type N for no, they should not. From Thad Castle, how are the Steelers going to address their offensive line issues? Also, love you guys and the show. Thanks for the new Steelers channel. I think they're done. I would love to go get a tackle. Bring me Charles Leno. That's what I would do. I think Chuck Sikorafor is going to get a shot, though, to be that team's left tackle. From Brokoff, 3 first-round picks, Ryan Fitzpatrick and Daron Payne for Aaron Rodgers. It's a good offer. I like that one. I don't know if the Packers would say yes. If I were Washington, though, I'd be all for it. From Burnin' Spades, Atlanta keeps Julio to pair with Matty Ice, Ridley, and Pitts to get the championship to the state of Georgia. Any defensive upgrades available that fit? I mean, if you want an edge rusher, Melvin Ingram, Justin Houston. Atlanta's very tight on cap space. But I think defensively, a Richard Sherman, a Steven Nelson, those guys all make sense as potential replacements, or additions, I should say, for the Falcons long term. From Vincent, should the Steelers be looking to replace Ben Roethlisberger? Next year, that's when they should be doing it. Don't worry about it right now. If you try to get someone now, you're going to be bad. So next offseason, your goal is let's find the future quarterback, because I don't think it's Mason Rudolph, at all. From Alex, will the Chiefs sign Dede Westbrook? There was a report that Chiefs players had reached out to Dede Westbrook. I don't know if they will. It's intriguing to me. I don't know how guys like Miko Hardman feel about that, but I think it could happen for Kansas City. So we'll monitor that one here for you at Chat Sports. If you have not already, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss any of the videos we do for you guys here at Chat Sports. We got videos coming out every single day, multiple times a day. So if you haven't already, join us here at Chat Sports. From Anger Management, wow. Thoughts on the Bears roster? I love getting Justin Fields. Outside of that move and getting Tevin Jenkins too, I don't really know what they're doing. You move Kyle Fuller to save money, and then you don't really get a cornerback to replace him. You add Tevin Jenkins, who's a right tackle last year at Oklahoma State, and you're going to make him a left tackle, and you're going to start Jermaine Ifedi. So it feels like one step forward, a step back as well for Chicago. I don't think they're as good roster-wise as they were last year outside of the quarterback spot, and that's the most important one. I am awesome. Why did Ardarius Washington not get drafted? Size and speed concerns, straight up there. I would like to better than a Sean Wright. Also, what about Wright saying he's a better version of Richard Sherman? I love the attitude. I want that in my corner. That is straight delusion. Like, you're not a quicker version of Richard Sherman, given his athletic testing, which was bad at his size. All right, from Peter, with the pieces that he has, competition at the quarterback position, and a defense on the rise, can we see Drew Lock have a comeback here? I would not call it a comeback year. I would call it a breakout year. And if that happens for Denver, they're going to be hyped. This is a pivotal year for the Denver Broncos and for Drew Lock. If Lock does not have success, if of course people are healthy around him, they're going to move on. At that point, it does not make sense never to continue to invest in Drew Lock. So this is the most important year of Drew Lock's career. From Alexander Bryan, should Miami trade Xavier Howard, Tua, Jakeem Grant, and a 2022 first rounder for Aaron Rodgers? I mean, I don't care about Jakeem Grant, like whatever at that point. Tua, Howard, and a first for Rodgers? It's not a bad offer. I'd probably keep Xavier Howard. Like, I don't want to move him. I think he's pretty valuable. Green Bay also has corners, so I think from that perspective, maybe both sides end up saying no in the end. But what would you guys do? Shout out Jeremy for making this win really quickly here. Would you make that trade? Type T for you do it and you trade him, or type in P for you pass and you go in a different direction. Get your votes in right now. T for trade or type in P for pass.